Hello students, welcome to standard 11 subject mathematics. This is lecture number 4. We are in chapter 3 trigonometric functions. In last lectures we have seen about the angles, their units in radian and degrees, and their relations also we have seen. Now as the chapter name trigonometric functions, we define here some trigonometric functions. So here to define the trigonometric functions we are taking the help of unit circle. In the last lecture also we have seen what is unit circle. Unit circle means the circle with the radius 1 unit. That we have drawn here, and as we have drawn it, like it's a center comes on the origin of the Cartesian plane, x-axis and y-axis. You know the origin is here, and there is only the center of the unit circle we have taken. So this way the unit circle is this x-axis, y-axis, and then this unit circle. Because of that, the intersection points of circle and the axes are here A, B, C, and D. And as this circle is of unit circle, is unit radius, so this OA, OB, OC, and OD all are radii, and radii is 1 unit. So its coordinates are A coordinates are 1, 0. B coordinates are 0, 1, you can understand why. C coordinates are from here it is -1, 0, and D coordinates are 0, -1. Now let me consider one point P on this circle, and let the coordinates are A and B. Then it's obvious that from P to M, if we take the perpendicular on x-axis, this OMP is the right triangle we will have, where O to M will be the A length because of AB the coordinate. So A coordinate shows this length of this part A, and this B coordinate shows the height of this point B on y-axis. And this OP, as it is the unit circle, the OP, that is the radius, and which is 1 unit, so it is 1 we have shown. Let the angle between OAP is x. This angle is x, or in the unit circle. So by the radian definition, we can understand that this arc BA will be the length of x only, because this makes the x angle at the center. So its length of arc will also be BA. The length of arc will be x only. So these all the details we have written here. Consider a unit circle with the center at origin of the coordinate axis. We have taken the center as origin. Let BAB be any point on the circle with the angle AOP is equal to x radian, and that is the length of arc AP will also be x by the definition of radian, length of arc. Now taking this way the consideration, we will define now some trigonometric functions. So we define as the x coordinate of this point BAB as cos x, and y coordinate as B as sin x. We start with that. We define cos x equals to A, the x coordinate, and the sin x equals to the B, the y coordinate. Since triangle OMP is right triangle, here you can see the right triangle, the right angle is M. So its opposite side OP will becomes the hypotenuse. In right triangle, the hypotenuse is OP, so we can use the Pythagoras theorem here. The Pythagoras theorem is the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. That we have done here. OP square is actually the hypotenuse square equal to the sum of the two other sides square, OM square plus PM square. Now place the value. OM is, you can see here from the figure A, so it is OM square, so A square plus MP. MP is B, so it is B square equals to OP is 1, and 1 square is 1. So we have A square plus B square equals to 1 in this figure. You can see A square plus B square equals to 1 by Pythagoras theorem. Thus for every point on the unit circle, if you take anywhere the point, not necessary that we have to take here only the point. You can take anywhere on this unit circle, anywhere you take one point P or Q, you need. So it is true for that all, that A square plus B square equals to always be 1. Now place the value of A and B. We have considered A as cos x and B as sin x. So if A square plus B square equals to 1, we can say in case of A cos, so cos square x plus in case of B sin square x equals to 1. This formula, this trigo function relation, we have seen in 10th standard also. Cos square plus sin square equals to 1 we were taking. Here is the reason why we were taking that, right? Now in this, again, if we divide this equation, this relation by cos x, cos square x, if you divide this whole relation by cos square x, so let's see what happens. If you divide cos square x here, cos square divided by cos square will be 1 plus sin square divided by cos square becomes tan square x equals 1 upon cos square x will be the sec square x. 1 upon cos equals to sec, we know, here we also defined it. 1 upon cos is sec. So 1 upon cos square will be sec square. So this is also the second identity that we were having in 10th standard. And here is the proof why it comes. Now the same result, this first result, cos square plus sin square equals to 1. If you divide it by sin square, suppose. Sin square x, if you divide by sin square x, this result. What happens? Let's see. So here you have sin square upon sin square 1 plus cos square upon sin square will be the cot square, because cot equals to cos upon sin, we know. So 1 plus cot square equals to 1 upon sin square. Again, 1 upon sin means cos x. So 1 upon sin square means cos x square. So this is also the third identity that we were seeing, and we were memorizing this. But now we have the reason here why we are taking these identities. And these are the trigonometric functions defined over the unit circle. So very simply we have defined these trigo functions as cos square x plus sin square equals to 1. Dividing that result by cos square x, we get 1 plus tan square x equals to sec square x. And the same result if we divide by sin square x, we get 1 plus cot square equals to cos x square. So this way is very important thing we have understood here. Next is, since one complete revolution subtends the angle of 2 pi, in the last lectures also we have seen, if we do one complete revolution, in degrees it is completing 360 degree, and in radian it completes 2 pi radian at the center of the circle. So angle AOB is the fourth part of the whole revolution. So it will be fourth part of 2 pi. 2 pi by 4, if you do pi by 2 you will get. So this is the angle, pi by 2 angle we are getting. This is the 0 angle on A. This is the pi by 2 angle we have. On here AOC we will get the pi angle, the half circle pi angle. This part will show the 3 pi by 2 angle, and this again we will get 2 pi, the complete revolution. So if you see, all the quadrants are having pi by 2 multiples. If you from the 0 if you start, if you add pi by 2 you will get pi by 2. If you add here pi by 2 you will get pi. Pi plus pi by 2 it is 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 you will get 2 pi. So it is always the pi by 2 multiples are there. So here angle AOC pi, angle AOD 3 pi by 2, all are called quadrantal angles. Quadrant means 1/4 of the whole. So if the whole is 2 pi, its 1/4 will be pi by 2. All are the multiple of pi by 2, so they are called quadrantal angles. And with the coordinates as A10, B01, C -10, and D0-1, we have discussed this before also. So you can see the angles value also here. You can find the values of these angles. As we have defined as cos x equals to A, means always the x coordinate shows the value of cos, and the y coordinate shows the value of sine, as we have defined the trigo function. Here we can write cos 0 degree angle. Cos 0 degree angle means on the x axis only. This one shows the x coordinate. So it is the cos 0 degree angle will be 1. The cos 0 degree angle as 1. At cos pi by 2 it is 0. At cos pi it is -1. At cos 3 pi by 2 it is 0. And at cos 2 pi again the same spot we are getting the initial point A, it is 1. So these are all cos values which we can see from the unit circle, seeing the x coordinate of each of this A, B, C, D and E. Cos 0, 1, cos pi by 2 is 0, cos pi minus 1, cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, and cos 2 pi is again 1. To get the value of cos, we have to see the x coordinate. Similarly, to get the value of sine, we have to see the y coordinate. So sine 0 is this angle on point A. It is 0, sine 0 is 0, sine pi by 2 is 1, sine pi is 0, sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, and sine again 2 pi is the same initial point, it is 0 again. So this way, all the values of cos angles and sine angles we can get by seeing the coordinates of x and y on the unit circle. So here we have to observe one thing, that where the sine is 0 always, at sine 0, at sine pi, at sine 2 pi, means sine is 0 always on pi terms in multiple of pi. So sin x is 0 implies when x is the angle is in terms of pi, that is n pi, n belongs to z. You can take it some for example, like n, if you take 0 as an integer, 0 into pi 0, sin 0 is 0. If you take n equals to 1, it will be sin pi is 0. If you take 2, sin 2 pi equals to 0. So sin x equals to always 0 if the angle, that is x, equals to n pi and belongs to z. Similarly, cos x is 0 when it is on cos pi by 2 0, cos 3 pi by 2 0. So in general, cos x equals to 0 implies when the angle, that is x, equals to, in terms of 2n plus 1 pi by 2 times, where n is again belongs to z, means integer. Any integer if you take and place here, on that angle the cos will be 0 always. And any angle for any value of n, that is integer, if you place here, the sine will be 0. So this is the general case of sin x equals to 0 when the cos x equal to 0. This way we define the another angle related values. And we define the other trigonometric functions and their relations with the previous one. Like this is also we have seen in earlier classes also, means in 10th standard also, that cos x equals to 1 upon sin x, that we have used here also. Dividing by sin square x, we were getting 1 upon sin square, that is cos x square x, because of 1 upon sin equals to cos x. 1 upon sin equal to cos x. Similarly, sec x equals to 1 upon cos x, tan x equal to sin x upon cos x, and cot x equal to cos x upon sin x. These all the relations we have seen in the earlier classes also, and we have to note down here also, and we will use it now. Next is the trigo table. That also we have seen in the previous classes, but in terms of only degree angles. Here we will see in a radian angles format also. For the sine, cos and tan, three trigo functions, the values on these angles, on 0 degree, on pi by 6, that is the 30 degree angle, in radian pi by 6, in degree 30 degree, in pi by 4 it is 45 degree, pi by 3 is 60 degree, pi by 2 is 90 degree. Till that we have seen the angles, the values, and after that pi, 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi also we have added here. So from this table only we will write this value, and the previous knowledge we will use this. As you know that sine 0 degree have the 0 value, sine 0 degree has the 0 value. On sine pi by 6 is on 30 degree. In the previous class we have the result as 1 by 2 its value. Sine pi by 4 means 45 degree, 1 upon root 2. Sine 60, that is pi by 3, is root 3 by 2. And sine 90, that is pi by 2, is 1 by 2. On sine pi means this y coordinate is 0 on pi, the sine 3 pi by 2 minus 1 value, and sine 2 pi is 0 value. So this way the sine value from the previous knowledge and this unit circles help, we can get all the values of sine. Similarly, cos values are, cos 0 is 1, cos pi by 6, that is 30 degree, is root 3 by 2. Cos pi by 4, 45 degree, is 1 upon root 2 only, the same as the sine. Cos 60, that is pi by 3, is 1 upon root 2. And cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos pi is minus 1. Cos 3 pi by 2 is 0. and cos 2 pi is 1. Right? This way sine and cos values we get. Sine, to get the value of tan x, tan angles, we use this relation tan x equal to sin x upon cos x. Means the values of sine upon value of cos, if we place, we will get the value of tan. So 0 upon 1 is 0. 1 upon 2 upon root 3 upon 2, 2 cancel, 1 upon root 3 it will be. Then 1 upon root 2 is 1 upon root 2. Root 2 cancel, 1 upon 1 is 1. Root 3 by 2 upon 1 upon, this will be 2 only. 2 cancel, root 3 by 1, which is root 3 only. 1 upon 0 is infinity or undefined term. 0 upon anything is 0. 1 upon minus 1 upon 0 is infinity. 0 upon 1 is 0. So this way the sine, cos and tan values trigo table we have drawn. What about the other functions? For that we know that values of cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x. For sec x to get, we will do 1 upon cos x. To get cot x, we will get 1 upon tan x. So the values of cosec x, sec x and tan, cot x we have not shown in the table. How can we get them? Are the reciprocal of the values of sin x, cos x and tan x respectively. Means to get the value of cosec x, we have to do the reciprocal of sin values, because cosec equals to 1 upon sin. To get the value of sec x, you have to get the reciprocals of cos values, because sec equals to 1 upon cos. If you do all these values reciprocals, at every angle you will get the value of sec. Similarly, to get the values of cot x, we have to do the reciprocals of the values of tan, these values. So this way, in this lecture, we have defined the trigo functions, the relations of trigo functions, and some values on some specific angles, and this table, trigo table. So we need to write in clean handwriting, and you have to remember this always, because now in coming topic and examples, we have to use these all every time in examples as well as in exercise. Thank you.